everybody, and welcome back to my channel English by Reportage. Today I thought of a new theme: how to stay calm during the pandemic. Actually, as easy as this question might seem, it is quite difficult to answer to it because there is no perfect answer to this question. So nobody can come and say that he has got the perfect answer to this question. Mm, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a medical specialist, so I'm not going to give you any medical advice regarding the situation or the pandemic. Actually, what I want to do is to give you some advice for you to stay calm, to have a good state of mind. And the advice that I'm going to give you is actually stuff that I do in my everyday life, that I try to apply in my everyday life. And these things that I will come up with are actually things that I observed myself as a human being, as a journalist also, during my moments when I try to find out more information and methods to keep a clear mind during challenging and difficult times. I'm going to start the list of 10 pieces of advice with 5 don'ts and 5 do's. So 5 things you shouldn't do and 5 things you should do. So the first thing is that there is no perfect recipe. So you shouldn't actually listen to anyone who comes and says that this is the perfect and absolute solution. Why? Because in any difficult or challenging situation in life, there is no such thing as the perfect solution or the perfect situation. So, what we can do in this case is get informed about the pandemic, get informed about the medical stuff, get informed about anything we can find out information about. We live in a world where we have access to information, communication, medical information, through different channels, through different possibilities. We don't live in an isolated world. So always get as informed as you can. Don't only get informed through media. I tell you that as a journalist. I worked as a journalist in television for more than 16 years. So don't only get informed through television or through media. Why? Not because these means of communication are not reliable, but because by the job they do, they will always come up with information that comes from official sources. Some of this information is based on some statistics and on all sorts of numbers, and this can become irritating and confusing. So, besides following the information on television and social media, do your own research about, as I have already said, the medical stuff. Any other information that you can find out about how you can prevent a bad situation like getting sick. So, follow information on specialized sites. There are specialized medical sites, there are specialized forums and so on, where you can find more accurate information. So don't just be satisfied with following the news or with reading some magazines or newspapers or news sites on the internet, because they come with official information, with information which is kind of rigid, let's say. And this is actually their job, to give the information that they have from all sorts of official sources. That's not bad at all, but you can do more. Just try to do your own research and you will certainly feel much better, because you will be much better informed. The second idea would be, don't expect anyone to give you the perfect formula. This means that you shouldn't pass the responsibility to other people or to authorities or to official um, sources, let's say, to give you the perfect solution in this difficult situation. The perfect solution not to get sick, the perfect solution to get healed if you have some health issues. What do I mean? I mean, first of all, you should ask for medical help whenever it is necessary, for the help of a specialist. But what I also mean is that you should take care of yourself first of all. You should watch yourself and monitorize the way you feel. If you if you don't feel good at a certain point, then you should pay attention to your own state and then ask for medical aid or help. You should always pay attention around yourself and to yourself, and take care of yourself. Take care not to get too nervous. Take care not to get too precipitated. And this way you will have a clear mind and you will be able to always find a good solution during these difficult times. The third idea would be, don't panic. I know it's easy to say and difficult to practice, but this really helps. It doesn't mean that if I say to myself, I shouldn't panic, it's not good to panic, that will help me. It means that you should take care of yourself every moment. Always be attentive, always be present, always be informed, and this way you will be able to control yourself and not to panic, actually. Fourth idea is, don't self-medicate. So don't be your own doctor, let's say. Of course, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't use natural remedies. Natural remedies like tea or fruits or any other natural remedies can be used, uh, of course, carefully, but they don't have, I don't know, dangerous secondary effects. Um, as far as medication, classical medication is regarded, this is the medication that you shouldn't apply to yourself without consulting someone who is specialized. So, anytime you use medication, you should ask for advice. You should go to your family doctor or to a doctor that you collaborate with generally, and you should ask for advice or for the advice of a specialist. No matter that we talk about treating flu or no matter what other medical problem. So, as I told you, I can't give you any medical advice because I'm not a doctor, but I can recommend you not to use medication the way you think you should. Use it with the advice of a specialist. The fifth idea is that you uh, don't have to postpone. Don't postpone, take action. This means that if you feel bad, if you feel ill, if you feel any state of discomfort, you should take action. You should talk to a doctor that you generally consult and ask for his advice. Try to be open, try to communicate and ask for advice, and this will prevent um, serious medical issues. So, once again, don't postpone, take action, get informed, get in touch with specialists that you usually consult and prevent difficulties that can appear if you don't take action at the right moment. I go to the do's part. In this part, I will actually suggest what you should do during these difficult times. And the sixth idea would be work on calming your mind. Of course, there are many recommendations about this in the media, social media, on the internet. Generally, people recommend all sorts of solutions. I can't really detail right now this aspect because it would take quite a long time, but if this keeps appearing on social media is because actually it's something that preoccupies people. How to calm your mind. Why do you think this preoccupies people? Because it is actually very important for our well-being to be calm and to have a calm state of mind. So how can you do this? First of all, don't overthink situations, because if you overthink, you will block your mind and it will be no longer able to think calmly. Then another solution would be to pray. This will help a lot. Another solution would be to meditate, meaning actually, as a general term, that you stay calm for a while and let your mind flow. You will hear a lot of thoughts. Don't follow the thoughts, don't get attached to them, let them pass, and this way you will find a little rest. Also, you can take a walk in nature and look at the beautiful landscapes, and this will also help you calm your mind. 7. The seventh solution would be to stay present. Staying present is related to the other idea that I gave you, keeping your mind calm, because staying present and connected to what happens around you in this moment, or to you in this moment, you will no longer leave your mind wander in the past, in the future, maybe regretting the past or worrying about the future. You, by staying present, you will be connected to um, what happens around you, the situations, the things that you can see around you, and your own state of mind. You will be much better in control of how you feel. You will see if you are anxious, if you are nervous, and you will certainly search and find a solution. Number 8 would be working out regularly. This means regularly moving, doing some physical activity, running, going to the gym, going to some sports classes like martial arts. For instance, I like martial arts, and I practiced for a few years taekwondo, and I'm really excited about this let's say sport, this activity. Anyway, working out, moving, making physical activity is very important. It keeps your body healthy. It also helps your immunity, which is very important in preventing getting sick of any type of disease. You can, for instance, choose to walk for an hour or so per day, or choose to do any other physical activity regularly. It is important to have a regular physical activity, because only this way you will feel long-term effects. As I said, on the one side, uh, the effect will reflect on the body and on the immunity, and secondly, or secondly, the effect will reflect on your state of mind. You will feel much calmer, and your mind will certainly be much clearer. The ninth idea is have a hobby. I know it sounds kind of ordinary, because everybody advises us to have a hobby because it's so nice and so pleasant. But actually, no matter how ordinary it sounds, it really is important to have a hobby. Why? Because a hobby is actually something that we really enjoy. It's something that makes us feel more identified with ourselves. It's something so personal. Generally, hobbies are connected to talents that we have, with a calling that we have. And generally, hobbies are activities that we generally practice with a lot of fluency. It is easy for us to do a certain activity because we have this talent, this special talent for the activity. So certainly, when you have a hobby, it means that you have a talent for that specific thing. If you have painting as a hobby, it means that you have a talent for colors, for drawing, for painting. Or if you have an attraction for interior design, it means that you have a calling for that. So, if you have any other talent like writing poems, writing literature, singing, writing songs, creating clothes, practicing a certain sport, these these callings that we have are talents that if we practice regularly, they become a hobby. Sometimes they can become a source of income, they can become a job. But this is another discussion. So practicing a hobby is actually something that makes us feel good with ourselves, because we have a talent for this hobby, and we certainly stay motivated in difficult times by practicing such activities. This will keep us in a good state of mind and will certainly make us feel good. Number 10. Number 10 is do keep a clear mind. Well, we all know that in difficult times it is quite important to keep a clear mind, because this way you won't be on autopilot, you won't make impulsive decisions, you will be present, you will be attentive around yourself, and you will take care of yourself, and you will make good decisions. How to keep a clear mind? Well, keeping a clear mind is not something as easy as I don't know, pressing a button or using a miraculous formula like I should keep a clear mind. Actually, it is a whole process with which, as I told you, implies a lot of other efforts that you should make constantly and regularly, like staying calm, taking care of yourself, being informed, doing some sports, working out regularly, having a hobby, keeping yourself motivated, being informed. I repeat that, all the time being informed from many different sources. And this is how you will be able to keep a clear mind. And by keeping a clear mind, you will be in control, and you will be much more peaceful and calmer even during difficult situations. Well, I hope it was useful for you, my suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.